What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Guys, I felt like I should do a video addressing this. Now, this happened last week. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it. There's been a lot of other news going on, but I want to address this, and I want to send this message out because I'm concerned, guys. I'm deeply concerned about Harrison Ford. And I saw this story last week about how Harrison Ford got in trouble yet again piloting a plane, because you know Harrison Ford, he's a big time flyer. He likes to fly, you know, he's adventurous, he's young at heart, you know, like a lot of boomers are. You know, baby boomers are strange because it seems like, you know, they might get old but their spirit remains young, you know what I mean? So it's sweet, sometimes it's kind of sad, but I've always respected that, you know, about the boomers. It's like they're not going off into the sunset, you know, like quietly. You know, they're going out with a bang a lot of times. And I want to, you know, make sure that Harrison Ford doesn't go out without it, doesn't go out in a bang, literally. All right. So anyway, guys, the story goes like this. All right. And I'm going to share it with you guys so you know what I'm talking about. All right. And this story here is on, I don't even recognize this, but the link is going to be in the pinned comment below, so you can check it out if you want to see it for yourself. The headline here: Harrison Ford under investigation for flight error. Harrison Ford under investigation for flight error. It says here, Harrison Ford is facing an investigation by Federal Aviation Administration officials in the U.S. after mishearing an air traffic control operator's commands and crossing an airport runway. 77-year-old Ford, who played Maverick pilot Han Solo in Star Wars, landed at Hawthorne Airport in Southern California last Friday and was asked to hold short on the runway due to other traffic. However, the actor misheard the instructions. What's that you say, Sonny? Speak up, Sonny. I can't hear ya. I'm flying casual. All right. So he misheard the instructions and proceeded to cross the taxiway as the tower operator angrily chastised him. In audio footage obtained by entertainment news site TMZ, in quotations, the official snapped, "I didn't tell you to cross that runway now. I told you to hold short. You need to listen up." Apologizing for his mistake, Ford replied, "Excuse me, sir. I thought you said exactly the opposite. I'm terribly sorry. It was a boring conversation anyway. Pachoo! Look, we're gonna have company!" All right, and then he moved on. And it says here, TMZ reports that the only other traffic was another pilot practicing touch-and-go landings on the other end of the runway, so there was no real danger of collision. FAA bosses have since launched an investigation into the incident. A representative for the actor told TMZ, "Mr. Ford crossed the airport's only runway in his aircraft after he misheard a radio instruction from ATC. He immediately acknowledged the mistake and apologized to ATC for the error. The purpose of the flight was to maintain currency and proficiency of the aircraft." Ford is reportedly working to update his pilot's license to enable him to take part in more relief efforts during the coronavirus pandemic. Well, see, that's very admirable. See, Harrison Ford trying to help, guys, all right? Cut him some slack, all right? This is not the first time he's fallen foul of FAA bosses. In February 2017, Ford hit headlines after mistakenly landing his single-engine Husky on a taxiway instead of a runway at John Wayne Airport, Pilgrim, in Orange County, where he narrowly avoided a potential collision with an American Airlines passenger plane, which was preparing for takeoff. "Jock, start the plane, Jock! Start the plane!" The commercial aircraft was able to depart safely moments later, and Ford, who branded himself a schmuck over the radio for his error, subsequently escaped FAA punishment. 2 years earlier, Ford performed an emergency landing after suffering engine failure in a World War II vintage aircraft, hitting a tree and crashing onto a California golf course. Oh my gosh, he suffered multiple injuries in the 2015 incident, including a broken pelvis and ankle. Whoa. All right, guys, listen, I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the thought of our Harrison Ford suffering bodily damage and injury. This man is a national treasure, all right? And this is the reason why I'm doing this video, because I feel like the people who are in Harrison Ford's life, who love him, might want to suggest that he slow down a little bit. Now, I understand, guys. There's not a lot of dignity in that type of thing. It's like you want people to live their best lives. You want them to be fulfilled. And honestly, 77, I mean, it's old, but if you're in shape, and he seems to be like he's in good shape, you know, he's the only 77-year-old man that I would even think is possible to still be Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Considering what Indiana Jones and who he is and what he does. When I look at Harrison Ford, I'm still like, he can still do it. You know what I mean? Even though 77, you know what I mean? But he is in good shape, and he's got like a great spirit. You know, you see him in interviews and everything. He's just so, you never know what he's going to say. You know, he barely gives a damn and stuff. But, you know, look, you have got a lot of fans out there, Mr. Ford, who love you. You know, it's like, I know you're kind of dismissive of Star Wars and everything. And I understand that. You know, I get it. I completely get it. But you have a massive fan base who love you so much, you know, and we are looking forward to seeing if they can pull off the next Indiana Jones movie. You know, I know the other one was kind of iffy with some people, but you know what? I always enjoy watching Harrison Ford, even in a bad movie. So I'm not going to be the one who dumps on the Crystal Skull. I understand what it was. I understand the criticisms of it. But Harrison Ford, man, you know what I mean? That's all I can say. You know, he puts on the hat and stuff. I'm there. You know, so Harrison, please, Mr. Ford, take care of yourself. Be careful, okay? I really don't want to... It would break my heart, you know, to hear if something tragic were to happen to you. So if you're having a hard time hearing, you know, I know there are a lot of people, you know, who are elderly, who are challenged by driving. I mean, here I am. I'm far from 77 years old, but, you know, I feel like, you know, half the time, you know, I get memory loss. I walk from room to room. What did I come in here for? You know what I mean? Who am I? You know, I'm looking for my dog. My dog's been dead for something like 50 years. It's like, oh my God, you know? So it's like, you know, it can happen to anybody is what I'm saying. But at the same time, you got to be careful. You know, if that's what challenges you, like Clint Eastwood always said, man's got to know his limitations. You know what I mean? A wise man knows his limitations. And also, dying ain't much of a living, boy. You know what I mean? So please be careful, Harrison Ford. And everybody out there, you know, who are fans of his, who love him and everything. I don't know. You can't tell that man what to do. He's living the way he wants to live. But Harrison Ford, you have so many people out here who love you, so please be careful. All right, guys, I just wanted to inform you about what's going on with Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, Han Solo, Dr. Richard Kimball, whatever you know him for and love him for, the President of the United States. You know, he's got quite a resume, you know, so we wish him well, and I wish him safety. All right, guys, I just wanted to relay that story to you. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. As always, I do respect your opinion, all right? And you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. When you subscribe, of course, I ask that you hit the notification bell and click all. So, I don't know, there's even a remote chance in hell that you get notified of my videos. I don't know, you got to try something. And, of course, guys, I always have a link to my Twitter page in the pinned comment below, as well as a link to my PayPal if you want to help out. I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.